Hello and welcome back to GBHS Burrow News. This week, everyone has a different hair color.
Yes. This week there's a bit of a solemn tone in what we're reporting on, as there was an earthquake that hit an 8.1 on the Richter scale and killed 115 people in Afghanistan on Monday, October 26th.
As well as hundreds injured, with casualties reported from half a dozen of the country's 34 provinces and more than 7,600 homes reported damage as a result of this devastating earthquake that jolted the region.
Scientists are also puzzled on how this earthquake even started, as it began 130 miles underground. Most earthquakes start by the movement of tectonic plates, but this usually happens closer to the surface, such as 31 miles underground.
Our love goes out to the survivors of the earthquake and our hopes of safety in the days to come. It's also important to speak on Hurricane Patricia and how, despite being the most intense hurricane ever recorded, it has not caused any casualties and will hopefully remain that way.
Something else that has high hopes for many is Rocky Horror Picture Show. It seems that the fan base of the beloved movie, which originally aired on the big screen in 1975, is making a comeback.
Right, weren't you telling me about that the other day, and how the main character, Dr. Frankenfurter, will be played by advocate of the LGBTQIA+ community and actress Laverne Cox?
Yep, and behind that there is much controversy from both the Rocky Horror fan base and trans community. The Rocky Horror fan base has a cult following, both looking forward to a new look on the show, along with some not so happy fans saying that the critically acclaimed Tim Curry, who played Dr. Frankenfurter in the original, could not be reproduced by any actor. Though Miss Cox has the high hopes that everyone will love her portrayal of the character just as much as she loves playing it.
Sounds like there are many opinions on the actress chosen to play Frankenfurter.
There really is. Another view that seems to be more based on the actress herself comes from the trans community. Many within the trans community are afraid that having a transgender woman play a transsexual male will lead to much confusion and even perhaps send the community back.
I'm highly sure that Miss Cox has no intention of bringing the trans community back, as she's worked so hard to bring it forward.
I couldn't agree more, Anna, but that's only the views of a few people. There are many who feel that having Miss Cox play the famous character will elevate the trans community. Of course, these are all opinions.
And opinions are like parents. We all have them.
Very true.
Not Harry Potter.
No, Keener! Speaking of Harry Potter,
No.
if you're planning a trip anytime soon, I'd recommend to England.
And why might that be, Anna?
As if you didn't know, the J.K. Rowling released an 8th story for the Harry Potter books in the form of a play. The play will take place during the 19 years after epilogue in the Deathly Hallows and follows Harry as he struggles as a father, husband, and overworked employee as an Auror in the Ministry of Magic. The story will also go on to talk about how Harry's youngest son Albus has to try and live up to the expectations of his family.
Sounds like quite the blockbuster. I can't wait to go see it.
Well, that's why I said you should be planning a trip to England, because since it's in the form of a play, you can only see it in England.
Well, there goes my plans, as I won't be taking a trip to England till this summer, and by then I'm sure we'll still be playing.
Probably not, but it's still a great place to go visit, even if the play isn't still happening. And who knows, maybe we'll even run into one of the actors or actresses to help bring these movies to life.
That would be the plan, Anna. But for now, we can enjoy something a bit closer to us.
Very true, and that would be Julia's Cat Corner.
Heck yeah. So the Maine cat is one of the oldest natural breeds in North America, specifically native to the state of Maine, where it is the official state cat. The American Longhair is a large and sociable cat, hence its name, the Gentle Giant, and because of its intelligence and playful, gentle personality, the American Longhair is often cited as having dog-like characteristics, like my cat. A myth which is trait-based, though genetically impossible, is the idea that the modern American Longhair descended from ancestors of semi-feral domestic cats and raccoons, which is pretty cool, actually. This myth would account for the common color of the breed, which is brown tabby, and its bushy tail. Potential health problems include spinal muscular atrophy, which is a genetically inherited disease, which causes the loss of the spinal cord neurons, which activate the skeletal muscles of the trunk and limbs, so they can't walk. And hip dysplasia, which is an abnormality of the hip joint, which can cause crippling lameness and arthritis. And polycystic kidney disease is a slowly progressive disease in which fluid-filled cysts expand within the kidneys, destroying functional tissue. In 2010, the Guinness World Records accepted a male purebred American Longhair named Stewie as the longest cat, measuring 48.5 inches from the tip of his nose to the tip of his tail. Stewie died February 4th, 2013 from cancer at his home in Reno, Nevada at age 8. Rest in peace.
Thanks for that, Julia. And now it's time to address something that we can no longer ignore.
Our costumes?
And it's almost Halloween. You know what that means.
Spoopy time!
Spoopy time. How do you even spoopy?
I'm glad you asked, Keener. So Spoopy Time is a meme that began thanks to defective Halloween decorations.
Sold in cheap Halloween stores. So now we'll list the year's top Halloween costumes. As always, Disney's at the top.
With Disney owning Star Wars and its own huge films like Frozen, it's bound to dominate year after year.
That's true, and of course, traditional superhero costumes such as Harley Quinn, the Joker, Batman, and others alike are the top costume searches for the year.
Don't forget the Avengers.
And the Avengers.
But on a more serious note, if you've heard the rumors on Halloween candy being laced with drugs, we have an article with information about the issue on our website, GBHS Burrow.
Remember to have fun and pick your costumes for this year.
Remember to leave any culturally insensitive things in the store, though.
Okay, but what are you two supposed to be?
I am Castiel, the angel of the Lord.
Supernatural.
Supernatural.
Okay, but who's Anna?
Anna is the daughter of Maleficent because I love Disney, but not enough to compromise my aesthetic.
And what's your aesthetic?
Hardcore.
Alright, have a great and safe holiday weekend, everyone.
Happy